Hello everyone and welcome back again to my channel. If this is the very first time that you're seeing this face, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Gloria and I live in the province of Ontario here in Canada. I love to share information about my experience as a new immigrant in this country. I've lived in this country for almost 8 years now, and I share my experiences here and things that would help those of you who are looking to immigrate to Canada, to come to study, to work, or to come as a permanent resident. And today we're going to be talking about the things that people did not tell you. So what they don't tell you about living in Canada. Guys, as you watch this video, if you do see something great or you benefit from it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as you watch. And if you are new to my channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please do well to hit the red subscribe button and turn on your post notification bell icon so that you will be notified when I make new videos. And without further ado, guys, let us jump right into the video. Just before we go ahead, I just want to put out a disclaimer on here. I am not a legal practitioner, so I'm not licensed to speak about Canada immigration or help you with your application. If you are looking for somebody to help with your application to immigrate to Canada, you would need a licensed consultant, an immigration lawyer, somebody who is licensed by the government of Canada to assist you with that. All the information that I am sharing today on this video and on my channel will be information about research that I have done and from my own personal experience and from speaking with others. I am not making this video to kind of discourage you from coming to Canada. I just want you to be aware of this information because I have created a video before now. I will keep this on here so that you can go watch that video where I talked about some of the struggles that new immigrants face when they come to Canada. So let us talk about the very first thing that I want to start with, which is cost of living. There is no country in the world that doesn't struggle with this. But let me tell you about Canada. You know, coming from my home in Nigeria, permits me to use Nigeria because that's where I immigrated from. Throughout this video, I'll be referring back to Nigeria. So I came to Canada as an international student, and little did I know that there'll be different things that I'll begin to learn. And one of the things I've learned over time is cost of living for housing. So for housing, there are different types of homes. In Nigeria, we know the kind of homes that we do have. Here they have things like apartments, buildings, they have basement apartment, they have house, they have condo, you know. These things are not cheap. Sometimes when you're renting or you're looking to rent a place here in Canada, there are other bills that comes with it. One, hydro. In Nigeria, it's called electricity. I don't know what it's called in your own country, but it's electricity in my country. There's hydro bill, gas, there's your water, your heat. Heat is for when the weather is cold. You have to turn on the heat so that you don't freeze in your house. So you have to pay for that. Your internet is not free. Your phone bill is not free. So all of this comes with a great cost. They are not cheap. Relatively, when I think about how much I pay for like my MTN or Glow line in Nigeria every single month, I kind of think about it that, yeah, in my opinion, it is expensive to do that. Now, what about food? Food is not cheap. If you're coming from your home country, you know fully well that when you're here and you want to still feel like, yes, back home, you want to eat your food from back home, it comes with a price. Personally, I love to eat food from Nigeria. So we do have African stores everywhere, depending on where you are situated in. We do have African stores where you go to buy food that you would eat. Things like gari, rice, beans, yam. Yam is gold, though. I must tell you, yam is gold. It's not cheap at all. Sometimes you might be lucky the yam is even good. Sometimes the yam is like maybe black or is spoiled and you know you have to throw it away, money gone. And they weigh everything by pounds. So they put it on a something to weigh it on, and it's in pounds, sometimes in kilograms. And what you see at the store is not what you pay for. So all these things make people to feel that no. Nobody told me about this before I came to this country. But yeah, you're hearing it from me. It is not cheap to live in Canada. Okay, now let's talk about getting your driver's license. I want to use this medium to tell you guys who are intending to come to Canada, please come with your driver's license. I made this video here. I'm going to put the link here so you can go watch it. What you need to bring into Canada if you're hoping to drive. For the first 3 months when you come to Canada as a resident, as a newcomer, you're allowed to drive for 3 months with your license from back home. After which you have to go through a series of tests and driving tests in order for you to have a complete license. Here in the province of Ontario, you need at least 3 different tests. One is a beginner test. It's like an exam where you write. It tests you on your ability to understand the signs, the road things like that about the road, and things that you need to know about. So that you'll be tested on all of those. Then the second test will be, that test in Ontario is called a G1. When you pass that test, you get a G1 license. Now, the cost for all of this will be on that video. I don't want to go into that because that's not the topic for today. I've already talked about this in my previous video, which I'm going to put up here. Go watch it if you want to get more information. But the reason why I'm telling you this is so that you can get or be aware, because if somebody had told me in my own time, I would have been okay. I would have known and be in the know, but nobody told me. So I'm going to tell you now so that you will be in the know. So when you get that, the second test will be a G2. So the G2 one is something that with the G1, you have to drive with somebody in the car that has a license of 5 years and above. With your G2, there are certain restrictions, and alcohol, you cannot have alcohol in your breath. The police stops you and they catch you, OYO, on your own, okay? Then the last one is a G license. With the G license, you can drive anywhere here in Canada. Other provinces will have different ways of getting their license, but if you decide to stay here in Ontario where I am, that's what you need to know. Please come with an abstract if you're going to stay more than 6 months. If you're a student, if you are here as a worker, if you're here as a permanent resident, come with an abstract from your home country, to Canada, because that will help you. Normally in Ontario here, it takes at least 1 year interval before you write your next test. So with your abstract, they can even skip the G2 and give you a G license if you pass. So think about that and thank me later, because knowledge is power. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is healthcare. When I came to this country, people told me that the healthcare here is the best, it's good, it's wonderful. Little did I know that there are some loopholes. And I'm going to talk about these loopholes because I know I've been talking about it all the time. And I'm not here trying to discourage anyone from coming to Canada. I've said this in the beginning of my video. The truth is, when you go into what they call emergency, you call it emergency, but most times you're there with a critical issue and you might be there waiting to be seen by a doctor for like 8 hours, 12 hours. There was a particular day I was so sick. I went into emergency because I couldn't go to see my doctor, because again, you have to book an appointment to see a doctor, which can take maybe 3 weeks or 1 month or even 2 months, depending on the timing. So I went into emergency to see a doctor, and after the normal seeing the receptionist and everything, they book you in, they look at your card, they asked me to sit down and wait. I was there waiting 3 hours, 4 hours. I said, what's going on? They said I should wait for my turn. There were other people that were there as well, so I had to wait 8 good hours. Would you call that emergency? No, because we have people who are supposed to be doing those jobs. We don't have a lot of them, so there is a problem which needs to be fixed, and I believe they are working on it. But other than that, as an international student, when I came in, there are certain things you can go into the hospital to with your school card for going to see a doctor. When you do that, when there are things like drugs, you have to not drugs, medication. I'm always making this mistake. Medication, you have prescription medication, you have to pay out of pocket. Sometimes your insurance, if you're an international student, they can reimburse you or pay up to a certain limit. But if you're working, if you're a permanent resident or you're a worker here in the country, and you can actually, if you're working, your company might have an insurance program whereby you can actually buy your prescription medications for a percentage that the company would pay, and you will pay the rest. Sometimes the company pays 100%, depending on what company that is. Where I used to work before, the company was paying 80% and I paid 20%. So that means that if a medication is $600, the company will pay 80% of that amount and I pay 20%, okay? Now, for dentists, to go and see a dentist in this country ain't cheap. You have to pay through your nose. I'm not joking at all. But if you have an insurance policy, you can. But if you're just coming as a newcomer and you do not have your health card, it'll be very difficult for you to see a doctor because they need to see a health card. They don't want to know that you are just a newcomer. You will have to pay. That's why I always encourage anybody coming into the country as a resident. Remember, I said resident. Resident meaning you're on a worker's permit or you're a permanent resident coming to the country, not on study permit. Listen, not on study permits. So these two categories of people, once you come into the country, even as a student, you need to, no, not student, sorry. These two categories, the workers and permanent resident, you need to have some sort of insurance, even if it's to cover you for the first 2 months. Because if you fall sick within the first 2 months and you go to see a doctor, trust me, they're going to ask you to pay out of pocket. And it's not cheap. To see a doctor where in the area where I am, out of pocket is $110. So you can imagine if you have 5 people that need to see that doctor, it's 110 for 5 people. You multiply that, you know what that means. So that's something that I would encourage you to get when you come into the country, okay? Now, let us talk about the wonderful weather here in Canada. Hey, they no tell me, oh, Canada weather is different. You see, we have 4 different seasons. We have a summer, spring, fall, and winter. The babalawo of them all, winter. That one, when I came to Canada, I came during winter period. Like the winter was just like really hot when I came. When I mean hot, I mean it was ubonge. It was really strong. So the jackets that I bought from Nigeria, I thought they would be able to withstand the cold. My brother, my sister, hey, I was freezing inside that coat, whatever I called it. I was freezing. Canada winter is not built for other different countries' coat or jacket or whatever you can call it. They have specific winter jacket built for Canada winter. So what I did when I came in as an international student was like, because I couldn't afford a very new winter jacket and winter boots, I had to go to a thrift store to get one, and I was lucky to get a new one in the thrift store. So that really saved me a lot of money. Now, I would encourage you, I'm not forcing you, but it is a way of saving some money. If you cannot afford winter jacket ranges from, the very good ones range from 300 and above. You might see some for 260 or 270, but please, the ones that are less than that, they might not be of good quality. And when I say good quality, they might not be able to withstand the heat. There are some that have down feather. There are some that are very, very thick. When you wear them, you'll be sweating inside because of the insulation. You need those because of the Canadian weather. Now, you see the boots. The boots are very heavy. My goodness. Sometimes I feel so tired when I'm walking in them. In the winter time, when you go out and you need to walk, you have to dress very well, very, very well, because if you don't have a car, that means you have to wait for the bus. And waiting for the bus, sometimes there might be delays. You might wait for minutes and minutes and minutes inside that cold. Trust me, when you shed a tear in the winter period, that tear will turn to ice block and it will be hurting you. I'm not joking. Nobody told me this one. They no tell me. So the thing is so serious, and I need to help you and tell you. I'm just helping you guys to tell you the things that people don't really tell people when they're coming to Canada. Now, there are some times in Canada, the weather can get to minus 40 degrees, minus 30 degrees. And you'll be wondering, Haba, how can I survive? Will I still go to work? Yes, so if you don't go to work, you cannot feed, you cannot pay your bills, and you have to. Now, let's talk about the summertime. The summertime, sometimes it can get to as high as 35 degrees. I mean, even Sokoto weather is not as hot as it can be in this country. Sometimes I wonder that, am I still in Canada? Because my body will be so paining me, and I'll be very like, I need sunscreen to go out. Me that is a black person, a black African, I'll be wondering, I need sunscreen because I don't want my skin to get burnt. Trust me, the Canadians, sometimes they get their skin burnt because of the sun. It's too hot. The best weather I like so much is spring. I like fall. Spring is when it rains, you know, like UK. Sorry, my UK friends. Fall is so beautiful. I've talked about fall in my previous videos. Guys, go watch my videos. You will see a picture of how fall looks like. It's a beautiful scenery. I'm telling you. I recently took pictures. Maybe I should even put one up here so that you can even see what I'm talking about. It's so beautiful in the fall season. Let me check. There was something I wanted to talk about. Yes, in the winter time, we have to change our tires. So we have summer tires, all season tires. Some people use all season, some people use summer tires. I personally, I was advised to have summer tires and winter tires because the winter tires they have a grip. In the winter season here in this country, there's so much accidents because people just drive. Me, I take my time and I tell myself when I'm driving, I know they rush go interview. That means I am not rushing for any interview. I have to leave early. If I have to be somewhere, I need to go there early so that I can have time to relax. Because driving in the winter can be very scary for people who are immigrating to Canada for the very first time. So that is something that you really want to think about. Another thing that is also strange here in Canada is that the time changes twice a year. So sometimes we go back 1 hour and sometimes we go forward 1 hour. So we lose 1 hour of sleep and we gain 1 hour of sleep twice a year. So very soon it's going to happen in November when our time is going to change, and the time difference from us to Nigeria will be maybe 6 hours in November. So that's something that is also strange to newcomers who are looking to come to Canada. Okay, now we're going to be talking about another thing that really shocked me when I came to this Canada. Not really a shock, but it affects a lot of people. It's called loneliness. Loneliness also comes with depression. In the winter season, because it's dull and pale, there's no sunshine, people don't get a lot of vitamin D, people get depressed easily. Let me talk about loneliness. When I came to this country, I won't lie to you, as an international student, I was missing my family, I was missing my friends, I was missing our food, I was missing the community, I was missing the noise, I was missing the everything, you know. And I'm like, how can I cope? So because the school has something in place where you can go speak to somebody who will talk to you, you know, it really, they have resources available. It really helped me. We don't believe in mental health in my country, Nigeria. I will say this because as at the time I left, nobody understands what mental health is, except you see somebody writing a note saying, I am tired of this life, I want to kill myself. That's when you believe that mental health really exists. So nobody believes it. I never believed it, but when I got to this country, everybody says you need to get a resource to help you. So I would advise you, if you come and you feel down and low, please call. There are numbers, different places in different provinces that you can call. They will speak to you, they will help you, they will, you know, find ways to help you to cope with your loneliness. So let me know if you have any particular question with mental health, because I have friends who also talk about this. I can bring them on again so that we can talk about this for you. So if that's something that you're looking forward to, let me know in the comment section. I don't know if I've gone too far in this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did gain something from me and it meant so much to you, please don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up. It helps me to create more content for more viewers like yourself. And please support this channel by sharing my videos to your family, your friends, your loved ones, those who want to come to Canada and they have questions and they are wondering how can they do this, what is there, you know, things like that. So let me know. And if you've watched this video up until this time and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? I create this video, I talk about things about Canada. Please do well to subscribe down below, and don't forget to turn on your post notification bell icon so that you will be notified when I make new videos. My videos I've really posted once a week on Sundays, and I talk about my life here as an experience here as a new immigrant in this country. Don't forget to watch my videos that will pop up on your screen, guys. And I do appreciate all my returning subscribers for always coming back to watch my videos. And until I see you in my very next video, I hope you stay safe and bye.